Hey everyone, what's going on? It is Doubtfull here, and today I've got a pretty exciting video, I think, to share with you guys. We're going to be taking a look at the Rank 1 Rek'sai in North America and seeing how he plays and what he does. So this guy is currently playing on an account called No Invade Please. I think last year he played on an account called Play Emotional. As far as I'm aware, like from the information I have, he's 16 years old and he is just an absolute beast. Challenger 885 LP, rank 31, and lately he's been spamming a lot of Rek'sai and doing extremely well. So we're going to be taking a look at his games and figuring out what he's doing so we can hopefully learn from it and figure out how to play this champ in Season 11. I'm actually pretty excited for the game I'm going to show you today. I've watched a few of this guy's games, but I've not seen his seen the one I'm about to show you today, and that's going to be a 10-12 performance Rek'sai. He's playing against TF Blade and Tarzaned on Hecarim, and the Hecarim matchup can be very difficult. It can get away from you very fast. Hecarim can currently just go full tank, and it's pretty much impossible for you to ever win a fight against him if he's allowed to do what he wants to do. So I'm really excited to hop in here and take a look at how he somehow turns this into a massacre in his favor. It should be a really good game, and I'm excited to see what happens. So I'm really curious to see how he does this early game. The early game is what I'm actually most interested in, and where I feel like I personally fail a lot on Rek'sai. One thing that I've noticed, I've watched a few of this guy's games, and he's not afraid to start either buff. He also always drops that ward, which is pretty standard. I do the same thing. Just get a free ward there, and then base and switch to sweeper, get back on the map. But yeah, he'll always start either red or blue, depending on which lane he wants to gank, I imagine, or which lane he thinks is the most important. He's heading up to his blue, and he actually... Okay, no, that's Hecarim's ping. So I was going to say, did he ping Hecarim's blue? Okay, so now he's switching over to his red side, indicating that he probably wants to pressure top. Bot is a little bit harder to gank with the Rel, Ezreal. They've got a lot of mobility, even though they do have Alistar. But his top lane is really vulnerable to ganks, and also Rek'sai can just gank Irelia pretty easily here. So that is my guess. One thing I want to point out is that it's really, really bad to ever let Hecarim get his full 6 camp clear off. Like if you can stop that, you really want to. I don't know that Rek'Sai is going to be able to. I'm just curious to see what happens. If he's just going to let him do his full 6 camp clear or what. It looks like he's pathing down to the Krug, so it's probably going to be maybe a 3 camp clear to an invade on red. Oh, he's walking really weirdly. So he clears this ward that he knows Irelia dropped because of his ward. And he's just going. So yeah, he's going to go for the 3 camp clear into the invade on Hecarim. So this is a little bit risky, but I think it's kind of necessary to keep Hecarim from getting that 6 camp clear that he really wants to do. When I say risky, I mean because Hecarim is probably going to do a 4 camp clear before he gets to his red. So Rek'Sai is already going to be down 1 camp, which is, if the gank invade doesn't work, it's like, it can just go very wrong, but maybe he just feels like he needs to do this. And honestly, he kind of does. If Hecarim's allowed to free farm in the early game, he will hard outscale Rek'Sai like really fast by level 6. And Hecarim's actually already done his Raptor camp, it looks like. So I don't even think he's going to get to this red in time. And if I tab, I can look at the CS here. Obviously, he can't do this, but yeah, Hecarim just finished his red. He's 2 camps down already. But it looks like he's going to rush over to this Irelia. He knows Irelia has no ward because Irelia used her ward on the Raptor camp. Nice. Okay. So that's a pretty free kill. Yeah, he actually couldn't do the 3 camp to invade. He wouldn't have gotten there in time. He either needed a better leash or something. But Hecarim gets the counter kill top. He is able to get... He's getting creep locked. He gets the Scuttle Crab. Yeah. Tarzan really doesn't want to give up that Scuttle Crab if he can avoid it, but even with like how good this has gone, actually he's only down 1 camp now, which is crazy. Okay, so Hecarim takes kind of a bad trade there. Now they're doing a fight for this bot Scuttle Crab. Their bot lane has Prio. Rek'sai really does not want to give this up. This is intense. Do they give it up? Do they fight? So nice. Okay. I'm gonna replay this in slow-mo because there's some mechanical things that I want to talk about here. This ended up being kind of whatever. Like, I don't know, this was kind of a wash as far as like being good for either team. But Alistar flash knocks up the Hecarim. That's because Hecarim has no flash or like mobility spells, so he's kind of stuck there. And Rek'sai waits until like for as long as possible so that they can do a perfect CC chain to flash onto the Hecarim. Unfortunately, Hecarim does manage to smite out the Scuttle Crab, but they are able to get that kill. Oh, but they actually kill Alistar, so yeah, this ended up not being for them. I was gonna say, I mean, this kind of looked a little bit suspicious. So right off the bat, it looks like I would say Hecarim's team got the better of that trade. And I would be pretty worried if I was Rek'sai in this situation, but he's gonna spawn by double longsword. If he had enough gold, he would have bought boots. He usually goes double longsword boots before serrated Dirk if he can. And let's see, I think the read is probably that Hecarim is gonna go down to his blue side here. His top is pretty free to gank over and over again. Gragas has really good gank setup, and Teemo doesn't have very good escape, so that's what somebody pinged. Okay, so Hecarim actually went topside. It looked like he went to his Raptors and then to his Krugs, based on what I can see here. And Rek'sai, on the other hand, is just full clearing. Maybe trying to hit level 5. He actually skips his Wolves. I guess Gromp will give him 5. Maybe Wolves won't. It's a little bit close. He's pinging Dragon. I don't think he wants to give it up. It's possible he just wanted to be closer to Gragas though, or to his Teemo, in case Hecarim went for that gank. But yeah, ended up just full clearing. I'm really curious to see how this game snowballs out for him, because right now I would not be super excited with the position that he's in. You see Hecarim, so he's going to start moving here. The moment he shows, everybody starts collapsing, but he knows he's been spotted out by a ward. He sees Hecarim, misses the Q. This is a very dangerous position. Hecarim is able to buy that Bambi Cinder, which is so good for this matchup, because Rek'Sai is a burst champion, and if Rek'Sai can't burst you, if you survive that initial burst, you're usually in a good spot. Hecarim's going topside to dive the Teemo. They dive bot instead. Looks like Hecarim pulled off a gank mid. Really good. Tarzan's played this game pretty well so far. Rek'Sai is trying to cut off their escape. Gets the 1 kill, but that's like probably it. This is so interesting. I thought I genuinely thought because of the matchup, Rek'Sai versus Hecarim, and the scoreline that Rek'Sai ends this game with, that he would have some sort of crazy early game performance. But it looks like a lot of his work is going to be done here in the early game. And interestingly enough, he actually decides not to go for boots, and he goes for double longsword instead. I thought, I was sure that he normally prioritized boots before he finished his Prowler's Claw, but that's not what he did here. It doesn't look like he's aware. I believe Hecarim might be on his red or something. Let's see what he does next. Okay, so no, that's not what happened. Oh, Hecarim rushed Merc Treads. That's so interesting. Yeah, one of the reasons why tank Hecarim is so good right now is just rushing Lucidity Boots every game. I genuinely believe that you should always build Lucidity Boots on Hecarim, no matter what the situation. And if you need the tenacity, like I imagine he thinks he needs, you just take it in your runes. You go Triumph, Tenacity. Alacrity boots are like, not Alacrity, Lucidity boots are the reason why one of the reasons why Hecarim is so incredibly strong right now. So I think that was a bit of a misplay from Tarzaned. Also, could point out that Rek'sai went Red Smite this game. Pretty good when you're into those heavy melee bruiser chimps that you want to kill. I do see him take Blue Smite sometimes too, and that's usually against squishier champions. Like Talia is one that I saw him do it, or Talia. Yeah, he's actually just farming and full clearing right now. I really thought he played like a lot more aggressive, but I kind of like it. I love just farming on Rek'sai, to be honest. I like to play like a more passive control style, not like a suicide bomber version. So Hecarim goes in, ults. Honestly, there was no follow-up there. It was kind of a weird play. Now Hecarim has no ult, but the team's all pretty low. I wonder if Rek'Sai is going to look for Hecarim here, now that he has no R or escape. No, we're looking at mid. Engaged fight. This could be good. There it is. No? Is this? I'm waiting for the pop-off play that Rek'Sai is gonna get all this gold in. Gragas dies on the back end. There we go. Honestly, he's just playing this fight really well. Cancels that. I think he canceled that. And there's the Triumph coming in. That's why you take Conquer. That was just such a good, long, prolonged fight for Rek'Sai. He got so much gold there. I think, honestly, what this guy really excels at, and I know this probably isn't what you're looking for in this video, but he's honestly just really good. Like, his mechanics are really good, and his decision-making and team fighting. He just plays these fights really, really well. Gets the maximum amount of value out. Doesn't die. Gets those kills. I mean, that's huge that he survived all of that. And now he probably has his Prowler's Claw, and he's got boots coming in, and he'll be in a really good spot for the next fight. I'm really curious to watch his team fighting in these later fights and see how he decides to play it, because team fighting with Rek'Sai can be very difficult. Especially against a team like this that has a lot of CC. It can be pretty easy to just make one mistake, be out of position once, and then just die. So I definitely want to pay attention to that in this game. But one thing again that I noticed from watching his previous videos is he almost always goes for this Herald, which I do this as well. Herald is really, really great at snowballing games. As long as you get it before 14 minutes and drop it down and get that plate gold, it can really catapult you to your item power spikes and allow you to win crucial fights later on. So he's not afraid to give up that dragon and play for that. And now he should have a monster buy. Yeah, Prowlers plus Tabi. Let's see. His runes this game, by the way, in case I guess I didn't really say, are Conqueror, and then I actually don't know his secondaries. I've seen he always goes Water Walking and Nimbus Cloak. And then I want to say he normally goes Alacrity, but I imagine most Rek'Sai players will go Tenacity when you need it, especially if he was going to build Ninja Tabi this game. I would be really surprised if Legend Tenacity wasn't his second row precision rune. Interesting. So nothing to do here, so he just farms. So the game is still kind of in the lane phase. I know he's trying to get down this Herald. There's no way he's not. Sivir is just 1v2ing her lane. He's probably just gonna end up just dropping this because you want to make sure you get that gold. And if he gets in a fight right now and he can't drop it, it's really bad. So, like, normally, ideally, you're taking 2 plates off a turret, then you drop Herald and you just get the full thing. But wow, this is insane. Why is he not dropping it? Okay, I think he realized he looked at the clock or something. I was gonna say, this is a catastrophic misplay if he doesn't drop this Herald here. He's being so weird. All right, he warning pings here because the Scuttle Crab wasn't here when he walked over here, which means that Hecarim's probably taking it like right there. So he's pinging him off. Okay, cool. So we do get the Herald off. Bot lane is pushed completely off the turret, and they're not able to hold it. So they do get the full turret with the Herald, which is great. That's exactly what you want. And Rek'sai just got a nice paycheck there. He actually ended up just like spawning, doing Krubs, walking around for 30 seconds, and then dropping it. But he'll probably still have a pretty nice buy here. But yeah, the main thing I want to look at next is how he plays these team fights later on. Double Ruby Crystal. He almost always goes Sterax second, I've noticed. Sterax into Guardian Angel. It's a good try from the Annie, but yeah, she can't really be on that turret by herself when we don't have vision of anyone else against like Hecarim row. Surprisingly, Rek'sai did not lose her top side. And he's looking for this. It's a really good casket. Actually really well played in general. I thought for sure that Teemo was going to be safe there, but... Breezy wants to go in. I wonder if he tries to make this happen. Hecarim doesn't have all. Does he commit? No. That'd be kind of a crazy commit. We're too close to the turret. And with Rel lockdown and stuff. I mean, he's definitely stronger than Hecarim here. But not by as much as you would hope. Dragon's coming up. I don't know how to look at Dragon Timer. There's like so many weird shortcuts that you need to know to utilize this thing correctly. Hecarim greets for the push. Wow. That was a really greedy play. Probably basing, yeah, right there. God. I think that was a pretty big mistake from the Hecarim from Tarzaned there. A really greedy shove. I wonder if it would have given him an item that he needed or something. He knew the Rek'sai was like had just been there. I don't know. Rek'sai did sit around for a while for that, but that's nice. Ooh. Gives Rek'sai that kill, and he still has time to reset and be at Dragon in time. Maybe grab his red. What level is Hecarim? I guess you can't see when they're dead. 10, I imagine? Yeah, they're both level 10. That's pretty good keeping up with Hecarim and farm, because Hecarim is a champion that farms really, really efficiently. Again, he took the wrong boots. He probably have slightly more farm if you had Lucidity. Let's see. Dragon's spawning, but Teemo's topside. That's pretty frustrating when you have those Ignite top laners that don't roam down a Dragon. So even though Rek'Sai is really strong, and I imagine probably wants to contest this Dragon, he really just can't. So it looks like they're going to make the trade. It's only second Dragon, so it's not that bad. Like, their bot lane's top, so they've clearly fully committed to taking these top turrets. I imagine TF Blade thought that they were going to contest Dragon like I thought they were going to contest Dragon, and so he thought he was safe being up here. But the cross-map play works. They get the kill, and they'll probably get this turret as well. They do lose mid-turret, though. I wonder if Rek'Sai couldn't have caught mid there or something. Feels a bit bad that they lost both Dragon and mid-turret. Oh, this thing's full HP. Are they even going to get this? I don't think they will. I wonder what Teemo's LP is at. They just recently buffed Teemo. I haven't really seen, like, usually there's a few Teemo mains that are like Challenger, but I haven't seen them for a while in the big leagues. The big leagues. Rek'Sai taking his Annie's blue. That's what I like to see. I wonder if he'll face check this. Ooh. Did they see him? I guess not. Oh, here we go. Wow, you can cancel that like that. That's pretty cool. Uses the Prowlers to catch up and then cancels it. So this is a huge play. I kind of want to go back. This is something on Rek'sai you want to look for a lot, and that's like what's called shadowing your top laners. This is kind of not shadowing your top laners because Teemo is just AFK in this bush. But just sitting out in the side lanes and waiting for somebody to come and like push a lane or try to collapse on your laner, and then you come out, surprise them, and get kills. This is a really common thing that you're going to want to look for on Rek'sai because you're not the best team fighter, but you really excel in these small skirmishes like that. So if you can force those skirmishes, it's really good for you. Also, he didn't just do this now, but it was something that I thought of. Giving kills, I personally choose to give kills on Rek'sai, especially after Prowler's Claw. I try to take 0 kills on this champion. You just don't use the gold that well. Pretty much no matter how fed you are, you're going to have kind of a rough time in the late game. So I'm usually handing off kills pretty readily later on, at least to carries. So we use that play that we just got to take top turret finally and grab this Herald, which will probably get us another advantage later. We did end up losing bottom turret, but it's still a favorable trade for us, including the gold that we got from actually killing those people. Uh-oh. Yeah, this Teemo is pretty free. This is Hecarim doing more or less the same thing that Rek'sai just did. This is just kind of like a high level jungle thing. I mean, I say high level. It's not like you need a big brain to do what they're doing. But yeah, you just go to the side lane and kill the person when they try to farm. Oh, he got knocked into there by Rel. That's funny. He switches targets and goes for Irelia instead of Hecarim. I like that a lot. This guy's very good at team fighting. I'm sorry, I'm interrupting this fight here, but I wanna slow down and watch that one more time. Rel knocks Rek'sai in there. His tunnel's down right now, but yeah, he goes for the Irelia. Even though the Hecarim was kind of like right on top of him, he goes for the Irelia, which is smart. Hecarim's full tank, Irelia has a bunch of damage, and Rek'sai just destroys Irelia. So really good target prioritization right there, and really just Hecarim being greedy there. That was pretty much on Hecarim, I think. Hecarim spamming Rel's Ignite, but I don't know that would have made a difference there. Weird heal from Sivir, but they got some more kills there, which is nice. They're just winning these small skirmishes and slowly propelling their lead. Rek'Sai is getting really, really fed. He's probably has Sterak's gold now, and he'll have that for the next dragon fight, which should be huge. I would be very surprised if they don't contest this next dragon fight. He sells the Herald as well. I wonder if there wasn't a way he could have used that there. Probably not. You really want to use this Herald to crack this mid turret. This turret's pretty important, and it's nice to have out of the game. It sort of cracks open the map a lot and allows you to get really good vision. So I imagine that's where he'll try to use the Herald. He'll probably just end up using it as it's about to die. Can I ping things? I guess not. But it's got maybe like a minute left on it or something. Dragon's coming up. He's going to want to drop the Herald before Dragon spawns. Because if he dies in the dragon fight... Whew. Excuse me, if he dies in the dragon fight, he won't be able to use it. He's topside right now, and his team's kind of fighting, so this is really scary. He thought he had time to farm his topside camps before the dragon fight. It's a huge shutdown onto the Hecarim. Yeah, that's really bad. I wonder if he'll go for this. I guess not. He wants to. I wonder if he doesn't win that. So this might be another dragon down, which is unfortunate. The team was playing a bit too aggressive while Rek'Sai was on the top side of the map. Let's see. He's gonna lose his red as well. I mean, they're here, but yeah, I think it's too late. He could try going for the steal. It looks like that's what he thinks he has to do. It's only Cloud Dragon. I don't think he needs a suicide for this. Oh, they're gonna maybe try to catch them in this choke here. Yeah, it would be a huge mistake walking through there. They're smart, they walk around. And they do get the Herald off mid, which is nice. So they get some value out of what just happened. They get 2 turrets mid, but they do give up that dragon. Again, only Cloud Soul, so it's not the end of the world. Though Cloud Soul on Hecarim's kind of scary. Yeah, we're got a 3k gold lead. Oh, and gets his ult off. Yeah, I wonder, do they just go for Baron here? Hecarim has no ult. That'd be kind of crazy with Teemo bot side. I don't think you could. Ooh. Wow. You know, when I saw this game, I thought maybe it was just a stomp, but actually it's a very close back and forth solo queue game. It's usually just who gets caught though. And watching this, like every time it's just somebody like being slightly out of position and just getting caught. That's where all of the ups and downs are coming from. So there's still something to learn from that. Like just keep an eye out for people just slightly misstepping and going for those kills. I think that's really how you push your lead, really on any champion, but also Rek'sai. Rek'sai is really good at punishing people who are out of position because she's got really great mobility and just a lot of burst damage. So you slightly misstep once and Rek'sai can just take you out of the game. We see Hecarim bot, so we're looking at this Baron again. Fortunately, there's a pink here, so that's not going to work. They actually did that pretty fast, which is surprising considering the items on their champions. I guess Annie with Anguish maybe. Someone's gonna get caught and mess up. This game really could go any way though. But we got to hear by Rek'sai just pathing efficiently, farming pretty well, getting those early ganks off, and I mean, he's only died twice. I think both of his deaths weren't that bad either. A really good team fight here. But yeah, this is the part of the game where I think a lot of people struggle with Rek'sai, and honestly, myself included lately. With the new items, I've not been able to figure out like how to maneuver this and play these team fights really efficiently and not die. So I'm really curious to see how this guy plays it. I guess they were bot, hoping to run into Gragas or Irelia here. Oh, there he is. It's a good E. Oh. Okay. We take those? Yeah, they are on this though. Wow. This is so close. They're doing it pretty slow. Immediately, Tarzan goes for Sivir when he sees him. I like that play. Rek'Sai's looking for a way into this fight, but he hasn't found it yet. Everyone's really low though. He's in a really awkward spot, getting caught by Rel here. But oh, his ult? Oh, nice. That was so good. I think I'm gonna rewind this and sort of show this fight because there was a lot of different moments that Rek'Sai could have gone in, but he waited till the absolute best time. So I want to show this. I think a lot of people might just like panic and go in right away here, but he is patient as you need to be when playing Rek'Sai. So I think some people might see Hecarim ult there. Hi, I'm some people. I would probably tunnel over here and now try to help Sivir, but he actually does not, which is good. If he had, Ezreal and Rel probably would have turned on him. So he's just trailing from behind, waiting for the right moment. They've used all of their cooldowns to kill him. He tries, I think he tries to get a flash play on Ezreal or something there, so that wasn't super great, but manages to burst her, burrows, snipes Ezreal, ults, and cuts this guy off and kills everyone just by being a little bit patient and waiting for them to like all in commit to his teammates. Nice. And I'm assuming this is probably going to turn into a Baron here. Everyone's dead. They have the teleport, yeah. Now that is a game-winning team fight played from the Rek'Sai. Just actually just played really well. Like whenever I watch this, I want to find like a trick. Like what's the simple trick to being good at Rek'sai? But honestly, it's a lot of things. But the main thing is just playing clean League of Legends and playing really, really well. Like that's our Korean advice. I know it is, but you got to know how to team fight with this champion. I think a lot of people, especially lower level players, they think that Rek'Sai is like really clunky, and she can sort of feel that way because of the way her tunnel is slow. But if you play her right, you can really maneuver these team fights like really, really well. All right, I'm gonna stop talking now. We'll focus on the game here. Pay attention to what Rek'Sai is doing. I'm just gonna pause it here. She's waiting on the side here in no vision, kind of like Fiddlesticks would. Imagine if this was Fiddlesticks. Anyways, kind of like Fiddlesticks would. And waiting for the right moment to go in. So I'm actually gonna slow this down so we can sort of pay attention to what goes on here. Still isn't going in. As soon as Alistar commits, he goes in. But still from this angle that the enemy team doesn't really see him until he's already there. Growlers onto the back line. I wonder if he'll ult onto, yeah, ult onto Ezreal there. And he's trying to go for someone other than Hecarim here. I think he does beat Hecarim, but he wants to kill the DPS first. All right, we can speed this up now. But yeah, let's watch that one more time. This was another really, really well played team fight where he got onto the backline. His backline really doesn't have any peel. So Alistar goes in, so he goes in. But because of the way this was played, he went this way. So as soon as he shows himself, Rel has already committed her CC to the backline, which is probably correct. But because she goes in here, there's no peel for Irelia or Ezreal from Rek'Sai. And Hecarim's like way over here. He's like a little bit late. He's even gonna run into that Shroom, I think. So basically, Rek'Sai just gets to free farm the backline here, which is exactly what you want. The Rel's stun there, Rel's a broken champion. The Rel's stun from way over here saves Irelia, I think. But yeah, just another really surprise, really well played team fight. Targeting the backline, going in with the Alistar. If you're watching this and you're saying like, I don't know, my teams don't do this stuff, like my Alistar doesn't go in, I don't know, like it's definitely gonna be a little bit harder to succeed with Rek'Sai in lower elos, especially because you're not a challenger player, and it's kind of hard to navigate team fights well when you don't have that experience and that level of mechanical skill. But I think it's very possible to succeed with Rek'Sai in lower elos, and I wouldn't, if you're interested in the champion, I wouldn't shy away from it just because she maybe has a lower win rate, because I think if you figure out how to play Rek'Sai well, you will do really, really well in any elo. But another really well played team fight. They got probably a decent chunk of gold from that. Unfortunately, they're like nowhere near the Dragon Soul. This is kind of the bad thing about having the enemy team on Soul Point, is that you're forced to contest every single dragon. You don't really get anything out of it. Like, cool, we have got like, what is it, 15% or 12 ability haste on our ult. Like, kind of sucks. But right now, they really wanted to crack into the base with the Baron, but I think their Baron buff's probably just about over. They need another, they need a big team fight where they can actually crack into the base afterwards, ideally, or get another Baron. Rek'Sai's there, I think, trying to look for a Rel, spot out Rel, getting a ward. Yeah, the main thing that I'm getting from this video is that I just need to play team fights more patiently, and I probably need to watch my own gameplay and figure out what I'm doing wrong. I think that's where I'm failing the most at on Rek'Sai, is just not playing these mid to late game team fights correctly. And I feel like it's something that I used to be really good at, but whether it's the new items or what, I don't know. I'm just not pulling it off. Man, TF plays kind of clean. I thought when he engaged there, I was like, is he really gonna win this? But he actually played that really well. Now he shouldn't have done any of that because he's way by himself. He has no backup. Like 1-for-1ing is kind of weird. 1-for-1ing at best. It's probably not worth it. But ooh, excuse me. I'm also kind of impressed with his teamo this game. He did a pretty good job. He died early, but he's got almost 100 farm on his opponent now, and has actually performed really well this game. I do not have his SoundCloud on hand here if you want it, but maybe you can add him and he'll tell you. I don't know. I think I have asked him for his SoundCloud before though. I want to say it's like, I feel like the music was weird. It wasn't my style, so I didn't save it. But it's a funny name. He's trying to get a pick here with his passive, but the rest of the team's like, nope. Looks like nothing's gonna happen for a little while, so I think I'm gonna fast forward a bit. Oh wait, does he know he's here? Is he just like terrified? That's hilarious. He was just dancing on top of him. We'll still pay a little bit of attention to what Rek'sai's doing here. Farming. Go figure. He's got to level up on Hecarim, nice. What I'm learning from this game is, yeah, I just need to play more Rek'sai, just figure out how to team fight. Alright, something's about to happen. Something's about to go down. Hecarim's looking for a play here mid. He wants to get onto the Sivir, but he needs to play it a little bit slow. I think they just go down mid here. They can just end the game like that. I don't think. Maybe not. Gragas just ulted the wave. That's funny. His team's flaming him. The ult was like good if they kept going down mid, like I probably would have done there, but they decided not to do that. So they're just gonna cut back to dragon and take the free dragon. Something's about to happen. I think Alistar thinks that they're on Baron right now, so they're ping spamming. Oh, they just started. Wow, this was a weird play. They just essentially randomly started Baron. Here's the fight. We're gonna rewatch this fight. This fight is actually really close. Really, all of these fights are so close this game. But they get it. And I guess they end the game after this. Yeah, they just end. So let's watch that one more time in slow motion and try to figure out what's going on. So Alistar commits onto Ral, which is maybe kind of weird, but whatever. What is Rek'sai doing? What is Rek'sai doing? Kind of in a weird spot here, honestly. But he sees the Irelia trying to go in, and he immediately jumps on him, which I like that. Interrupting the Irelia, not letting her do whatever she wants. I'm only watching her, so I don't know what else is happening. Okay, 2 people on the enemy team are dead. Did Annie just like 1v9 when that was happening? Did she just kill 2 people with her flash ult? We'll watch one more time. This time we'll watch Annie and see what happened. Sure, she's looking at Ezreal right now. She gets feared this way, actually, from Hecarim. That's funny. Hecarim fears... That's funny. Fears Annie into the Ezreal. The Ezreal probably should have been backing up. He had his flash and everything. Honestly, Ezreal played this fight kind of poorly. Like, really poorly. He just basically walked into an Annie with half health. I think Rel just dies from random BS, so whatever. But Annie 1-for-1s. And now we're just kind of in a good situation. I mean, these guys are really low, but Sivir can fight from really far against these 2 champs. And Rek'Sai is tanky enough to be able to do whatever. He tries to peel for Annie there, it gets interrupted. Flashes. Wow, Zhonya's takes so long when you're playing in half speed. Another well-played team fight. Yeah, there he just wanted to interrupt the Irelia. That's why Rek'Sai is such a good counter pick into Irelia, because Irelia has to go in. So whenever she goes in, then you can just counter, go in, and mess her up. But yeah, pretty well-played game. To summarize, at least what I'm drawing from that game is that Rek'Sai Got that the level 3 gank off, which is nice. Really, really strong. Smart of him to go for the Irelia because he saw Irelia place a ward. So he knew that that was a pretty free gank. And he also just played the team fights really well. Shadowed, looked for kills. I mean, I don't know. Let me know. Is this helpful for you guys, me going over this game? I like, as I'm finishing this up, I'm like, damn. Honestly, this guy's just kind of really good. Like, I don't know. I want to take, like, I want this video to be useful for you, but at the end of the day, it's kind of like this guy's just really, really good. I feel like I've learned some stuff that I'm going to utilize, and I feel kind of more confident going into my next Rek'sai game. But we'll see how that goes. Let me know if you guys like this type of content. I kind of want to do more of this stuff, just like watching really good players and trying to learn from them. To be honest, I do that already on my own time, but I kind of thought I should just record myself and post it to YouTube, and maybe it'll be useful for you. So if you like this video, maybe like it. It would help me out a lot. It would show me that you kind of want to see this type of content going forward. And yeah, that's all I got. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.